everyone. I'm Emily.
And I'm Scar.
And welcome back to another episode of the Cottage Horse podcast, where we get whimsical, wild, and whatever else every other Wednesday. We have an exciting episode for you today, so we hope you enjoy.
Hello.
Hello. That was a really awkward wait.
Not the millennial pause.
Sometimes the countdown is really fast, and sometimes the countdown is not fast. And today it was slow. I was caught off guard.
It also, I thought it wasn't doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for a while. It was just doing 3, 2, 1. Now we're back to 5. Except it doesn't show 2, 1.
Yeah, it's a mess. Anyways,
there's also I'm trying to look at this and not the tiny record spot. So I don't want to be like, is it recording? Okay.
It is recording. Confirmed recording. So
we're good.
Good for us. Anyways, we're talking about summer.
Happy Pride.
Oh yeah, happy Pride. Yeah, the ally. I don't have an ally. Oh my god, I'm wearing a Love on Tour shirt, which isn't necessarily queer, but
also
it's fruity.
Yeah.
It's got the colours. I don't have anything rainbowy in my room. Bad.
Are you really gay?
No, clearly not. I'm a fraud. I've been exposed. No, don't take away my badge. Don't take away my badge. Not my one thing that makes me
a straight.
Not my one thing that makes me unique. No.
Yeah. Have you heard the discourse on TikTok about Pride, by the way?
About people being like, don't bring your boyfriends to Pride. I'm like,
yeah.
Bro, there are bigger fish to fry.
As a bisexual in a straight relationship, I was like, oh, that was awkward. But also, okay, there's twofold thing. First off, since when is allyship not allowed at Pride? Second off, how do you know they're not both queer?
Exactly. And it's how do you know they're not a trans man? There's so many aspects to it, and I'm just like, don't be doing this. Don't be be assuming.
Maybe it's a bi man bringing his straight girlfriend.
Yeah. That's what I mean. There's so many different things to it, and I'm like, you don't know. You are just seeing what you think is a cis man and a cis woman, and are they are straight. And I'm like, no, that's not the case, besties. Do better. Thank you.
It's I won't get too much into it, but as a bisexual, it is really frustrating because it's we're too gay for the straights, but we're too straight for the gays. And it's I ended up marrying a man, so it's oh, so you're not really into women then. But if I had ended up with a woman, it's well, then how do you know you're attracted to men? You're probably just a lesbian.
Yeah, it literally is you can't win either way. Mm-mm. You can't win either way. So when people ask me, I'm just like, I'm here.
Also, technically, I think I'm pansexual, not bisexual.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one where people just, not in a bad way, not to erase, but I think people say bi, maybe more do tend to lean pan, but it just kind of, the line gets blurred kind of thing, because it's well, it's just easier to say that almost because people know what it is. But
yeah,
I don't know.
It's also when I was originally figuring out my sexuality, it's okay, I'm attracted to men. And then it's oh, well, I'm also attracted to women. And now I'm okay, well, I'm married, I'm in a relationship, I'm not dating anybody, but would I date a trans person? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Non-binary, sure. Okay.
That's kind of where mine's evolved to, where I'm just I am just here, and it changes. That's the fun thing. It's why I don't want labels or anything, because I have labeled myself, and then people have been didn't you say you were blank? And I was yeah, and then I had something happen to me, and I was maybe that isn't quite the label I want to ascribe to anymore, and then it's changed again, and that's completely okay. Things change, trauma happens, life changes, all things, do things. It's all good. If one day you're 100% men, the other day you're 100% women, valid. Slay, do whatever you want to, as long as you're being safe, consensual. Thumbs up from me. Seal of approval.
Not a pedophile.
But yes, that is part of the bare minimum. But just as a preface, don't be doing that. In case you didn't know, that is not allowed. Yes. We do not allow this in this household. Our ally of the show would say no.
No.
He will fight you. Absolutely not. I'm obsessed.
This was such an impulse purchase.
But a valid one.
Look at him.
Because I love him.
I know. I was at Walgreens and they had like a little like pride end cap and I was like, oh, that's cute. And I saw like they had like an elephant and the elephant's like the inner ears of the elephant were rainbow. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. And then there was another one. I don't remember what it was. And then I saw the dinosaur and I was like, oh no, he has to come home with me immediately. Like there wasn't even oh, should I get it? It was like he was in my cart already.
Listen, I like rainbow capitalism. Is it kind of sucky? Yeah, but some of it kind of slaps. Like the Teletubby merch they like last year, I was here for it. Like I was here for it. I was ready. Unfortunately, like here in the UK, have I seen a single element of Pride merch? No, does not exist. No idea. I'm like, where is it, besties? And I'm like, sus. But then they're having Pride. And I'm like,
I see some of it, and some of it is like, first off, with any merch, I like subtlety.
Yeah, it's
I
not
do
the most
own,
subtle flag
I do
or
own
anything.
one piece of Pride merch. It is I should have worn it today. I didn't think about it. It's a blue t-shirt, and it's got a little bi-colored dinosaur on the shoulder.
Ah, that's cute.
So it's very subtle. Like if you know, you know, and if you don't, it's just a cool dinosaur. But I did see this hat at a store. It was a white bucket hat with rainbow lettering that said "Let's get one thing straight." I'm not, and I'm like, I want to wear that so unironically.
See, that's the thing. There are some, and it's like most people will be like, "That's nasty, that's cringe." But I'm like, I kind of some of the cringe stuff kind of is funny because like if you wear it and you're like make a meme out of it, like something like that, like is a little bit cringe, yeah. But if you wear it, like I feel like you can get away with it because you're like, well, it's just a funny little thing, you know, it's quirky.
Right. And if you don't like it, you're homophobic.
Exactly. I'm like, I have my little like rainbow laces that I need to put in my docs still, and I'm like, I'm so ready to like walk the streets of London and be like, yeah, this is my time.
I love anytime my husband annoys me this month, I'm like, that's homophobic.
Yeah. Listen, it's like the only time. Well, it's not the only time. You can say that to people if they are genuinely like being homophobic, obviously. But
yes.
like it's like the only time where you can say it and be like, you can't even rebuttal. Soz.
Yeah. Any inconvenience this month, homophobia.
Yeah, and I stand by that.
Yeah.
And we love it. It. Listen, chaperones on repeat. No one else is getting any time.
Listen. I love Chaperone, but I can't talk about her right now because I'm going to get very upset.
I'm in mourning too. I'm in mourning for you, but also for me. I am devastated. I'm just going to throw my own concert at home. Just dress up for myself.
I'm not the type of person to just go stand outside a concert venue if I don't have tickets, but like for her, I might.
The thing is like where she's coming into the UK, you can't do it because it's like it's like just a room. So it's like you wouldn't be able to hear anything. I'd just be stood there like, yeah.
Just look up the set list and time it exactly right so you could listen to it in headphones. Or for the live stream. Cool.
That's true. That's probably what I'll end up doing. But I'm just like, I'm devastated. I'm just praying that someone can't go and they'll give me their ticket. I'm like, please, someone return it.
Saw actually a proposal video from a Chaperone concert, and it was I can't assume, but it was a straight presenting couple, so it was a presumably male proposing to a presumably female, and I'm just like, congrats, but also
that's kind of funny.
This feels wrong.
That's kind of funny though. Of all the places, I'm like, you know, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, that is funny.
It's a choice.
People are getting proposed to at concerts all the time now, and I'm like, is this just the norm?
Yeah.
It's happening so much, and I'm like, that's stressful.
I don't understand, personally.
No, I don't either.
Because, A, it's not unique. And not that your proposal has to be unique. Like, it has to matter to you. But it's just, like, kind of corny. Number 2, I want to enjoy the concert.
Yeah. That sounds like, don't you dare.
Like, so to me also, like, okay, I had this thing. I did not want to get proposed to on a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
People who do, that's great. That's for you. I did not, for multiple reasons. Number one, it's very cliche. And number two, like, I want my proposal day to be celebrated for being a proposal.
Yes.
I don't want it to be, like, lumped in with something else.
Yeah.
So, to me, a concert is kind of like a holiday.
Yeah.
It's also, like, when I'm at a concert, I am, like, full feral mode. Like, I am unhinged to the highest degree.
Well, also, like, let's take, for example, like, a Chaperone concert where, like, well, concerts in general, people now dress up, but, like, especially, like, people, like, at the Eras tour and at Chaperone, like, there are, like, especially Chaperone, like, there are themes, and then, like, at Taylor Swift, like, people obviously dress up with, like, you know, people, when they get proposed to, if they kind of know, they kind of, like, maybe if they're hinted at, they kind of wear something that's, like, nice for photos. Doesn't have to be. It's whatever. But, you know, but, like, I just imagine wearing, like, a Junior Jules outfit getting proposed to at the Eras tour. You'd be like, hello? No, we're not doing this here. Pink Pony Club, and I'm like, I mean, slay, I guess. But maybe not the proposal photos you had in mind. No, I'm the same. No holidays, no, like, big event spaces. Just, that's it. That's really my two things.
I got proposed to at a pumpkin patch, and he put the ring on a tiny little pumpkin.
See, that is cute. Yeah, when I mean public places, I don't mean, like, it has to be, like, inside. It's just, like, nowhere, like, not Disneyland. I'm like, please do not.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it could be public place, but...
I didn't want attention. Like,
no,
I made him get off his knee as fast as possible.
It's
I'm like, do not draw attention to us.
It's so embarrassing. Why is it so embarrassing? It's like, nothing makes me more uncomfortable than the idea of walking down the aisle. That actually makes me, like, feel ill. That's so embarrassing to me.
That's fair. Honestly, our ceremony was so short because I, like, did not want to do that.
Me speedrunning my marriage.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
It's weird.
I might, like, come down from the ceiling or something, or, like, through the floor, so I don't have to walk down the aisle.
That would be so iconic, honestly.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Because then I don't have to, like, walk past people. That's the embarrassing thing. It's like, because you have to walk so slow. Well, you don't have to, obviously, but, like, you know, typically you walk slow.
You don't have to walk down any aisle.
That's true.
If you don't want to.
I could just be there. I'd be like, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
That is true. You should stand at the front with your partner and then make everybody else single file walk down the aisle to their seats.
That's so funny. No, oh my god, I'll do something really chaotic. Like, coming down from the ceiling or coming up through the floor. Iconic. Ziplining in through a window.
Yes.
Like, one of those, like, bookshelves. Like, what would be, like, the fake altar. It's a bookshelf, right? And then I'm on the other side of the bookshelf and it rotates and I am revealed.
Oh my gosh. Incredible.
I think that'd be so fun.
Why
like,
could I see you having, like, a murder mystery wedding reception?
Don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. I'm sat for that.
I just very much, that's so you.
Okay, that is kind of funny though. I kind of love it.
I could also see you, like, basically, like, having, like, a surprise wedding. Like, everybody shows up for a different reason, and then you're like, surprise, we're getting married.
Yeah. Anything to, like, anything to make it not a wedding, basically, is my idea.
Fair. I'm
like, no one needs to know what they're here for. Everyone needs to be unaware. It needs to be completely bananas. It'd be like, we're all going to just have a party, guys. Surprise. There's an officiant. Surprise. Someone got murdered. The DJ got murdered. No.
DJ. Question. Like, UK versus America thing. Could anybody become an officiant in the UK like they can in America?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's the same process. Although I might be wrong. But I have no reason to think that it's not. I'm trying to think of people that I've known who've got married, which is very few. But I want to say you can just... It isn't... Yeah, it's just like... Whatevs. I kind of love the idea of being officiant. I think it's kind of iconic.
Yeah.
I'd be like...
There are actually certain states in the United States that you can just marry yourself.
That's pretty cool.
I think
we are married.
is one of them.
Done.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, like, Because, like, okay, technically what you need is you need an officiant, you need the bride and the groom. No, sorry. You need the partners. And you need 2 witnesses.
Yeah.
And those are, like, the 5 people that have to sign the marriage certificate, the wedding license. But I'm pretty sure in Colorado, you just need, like, the partner. And I think you could actually, it might be Colorado, it might be a different state, you can have your pet sign. As, like, witness.
That's my witness. Oh my god, no, okay, so that's iconic for so many reasons, because it says pet, right? It could be your fish. Like, it doesn't, like, obviously most people are thinking that, like, their dog. You'd be like, sorry, I've got to bring my fish, my pet goldfish, to the ceremony so you can sign.
We damn near just had a spit take, because I was so not expecting you to say fish of all things.
That's what I mean. Imagine. It'd be like, sorry, got to get my witness. Roll in a tank.
But, like,
my fish.
How is it going to sign it? Is it just going to splash some water?
I don't think it actually signs it. I think it's just, like, the concept of a signature.
But with
like,
the pet, they can, like, their paw print can go on
Maybe
the
it
wedding
can't be
license.
a fish, then. Maybe it has to be something that can, like, justice for fish. What the hell? That's so real. A snail. Watch me
Let me
get
see
a
if
pet
that's
snail.
actually real.
If you see me
Or if
get
I
a
made
pet
that up.
snail, if you see me get a pet snail, it's probably because I'm gonna get it signed to sign a marriage certificate. So if you see that, spoiler alert, wedding incoming. That makes me sad if it can't be a fish. I guess, like, anything else could do it. It's just obviously nothing
Okay, yes.
aquatic.
23 states. That is a lot more than I expected, actually.
my
Plus,
God, that's
Washington,
iconic.
D.C. recognize a pet's paw print on your marriage certificate as a legitimate sign of witnessing.
So it has to be a paw print? Rip.
Yeah.
Justice for amphibians and all aquatic mammals. I'm sorry you can't be there for the wedding, besties.
Do you think a bird could count? I know they don't have paws, but, like, they have feet.
I don't see why
you could
not.
stamp their feet.
I don't see why a bird can't count. And if they can't, rude. If they cannot, that is quite rude, honestly. Oh,
Okay.
man. What about, like, a
I
pig? A
was
chicken? Cow?
I was Googling what states you could marry yourself. And so I have what states can you marry? And then the first option for search is your first cousin.
I was about to
Ew.
say it's a cousin. Yeah. Come on, guys. There's a lot of fish in the sea. What are you doing? Go out
Although
of your
technically,
town.
they're probably, like, all related anyway.
Oh, yeah. But, like, you know, if you're aware that you're related, maybe don't try and pull a fast one in that regard.
Oh, we could have done it in Wisconsin. Wow, I didn't know that.
Damn.
Yeah, California, Illinois, Maine, Nevada, Wisconsin, District of Columbia, Kansas, Pennsylvania, and Colorado.
I'm impressed. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder why they decided to have that. Like, I wonder what was the purpose of that. They were just like, maybe not enough people are getting married, so because they don't have any friends. So they need to have their pets sign it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, it seems like there's no reason for it, you know what I mean? Like, some things you're like, okay, this makes sense for someone. I'm like, who needed this? But also, I don't care, because I love it.
Listen, I'm sure some white woman with a dog somewhere fought for it. And we respect that.
And I love that for her. Because it's probably a lot of joy knowing that this is a thing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was not at all what we were going to be talking about today.
No.
We've gone on such a tangent.
We were talking about summer plans. My summer plan is clearly to devise my future murder mystery wedding. So that's what I'll be doing. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm actually going somewhere really exciting in the summer, and I don't know if you know where it is. It's so crazy.
Where?
Oh my god, I'm going to this place in America, and there's this person there, and I get to meet them for the first time. How crazy is that?
That's so wild. Oh
I know,
my
it's the
God.
Chicago Bean!
You and the fucking
Guys.
bean.
I get to see the Chicago Bean in July. I'm so excited.
Yep, you do.
No, I also get to see you.
We're meeting in
happening.
person.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's
It's
literally
so
like only a
wild.
month away.
I know.
Scream. Crazy.
Very crazy. We're getting matching tattoos.
Yeah, there are so many things that we're gonna do, and like we'll do like a review of like everything we did, and I'll talk about all the fun American things that I'm like, ooh.
Yes. Speaking of your visit, okay, I have a legitimate question for you.
Okay.
And we'll talk about it here on the podcast because I need answers. Tea.
Yeah.
I know I asked you once already, but like, turns out it's so much more complicated than I thought.
Mm.
Do you want... Okay, you said like English breakfast or Earl Grey is fine, but do you want green or black?
Black.
Black. Okay, I should write this down. Also,
make notes, make notes.
Do you want any like flavor? Because there was like some Earl Grey that... Do you have a cat meowing?
Yeah, the cat is meowing at me. She's just staring at me like, hi. And I'm like, hi.
I was like, is my child crying? And I was like, no, it's coming through my headphones.
She just like a head butted the door open and just looking at me like, hi, bestie. I'm like, do you mind?
Okay. So do you want like any flavoring? Because there was like a honey vanilla Earl Grey. There was like some sort of other Earl Grey, and then I don't know.
I don't know either.
And also, do you want it to be caffeinated?
I don't care either way. I'm not very fussy. As long as I get a Cooper.
Okay.
With some milk and some sugar. There's so many teas. It's literally so overwhelming. Every time I go down the tea aisle, I'm like...
Like, I know there's a lot of teas, but like, I've never looked for like that specific kind. So I was just like looking today. I was at the grocery store, and then I was like, oh, I need to get tea soon for Scar. Because I happened to be down that aisle, and I was like, oh, I wonder if we do have English breakfast. And we do, but like, it became so much more complicated. We also have Irish breakfast, you know.
I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference, honestly.
I'm sure there's some Irish person we just offended with that, but...
There definitely is a difference, but I can't tell you what it is. Because, like, it's weird because, like, here you would never say, can I have an English breakfast tea? You would just say, can I have a cup of tea? But then, like, when you go elsewhere, you have to specify. Like, even when I was in Australia, I was like, oh, can I have a cup of tea? And he's like, what kind? And I was like, oh, right. And I was like, English breakfast, please.
Okay.
I was like, what do you mean? What type of tea?
I've got my notes now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, that's exciting. That's my summer plan. My one plan.
Well, I mean, you've got other summer plans.
That's true. I'm going to see
Taylor Swift this month.
Yeah, that's very exciting. I'm also going up north. I'm going to a place called Beamish, which is a historical, like a live museum, like with like live actors of the time, and it takes you through like different eras of like Yorkshire, and they have like steam trains and like little shops and stuff, and it's very cute. And they have their own currency. Major slay. I'm very excited for that because I think like it's going to be very quirky.
It sounds so fun. Are you gonna like dress up to like? Obviously, it's like different time periods, but like,
I have an idea
kind of fit the vibe.
Yeah, I want to. I'm gonna wear that. You know, those shorts. Definitely gonna try and wear those shorts if it's sunny. If it's not sunny, I will cry. Yeah, if it's not sunny, I will cry. But I have another pair of trousers that would work, and I have a little vest, so I'm gonna try and match the aesthetic.
I like it.
But then I'm like, what if people think I work there? And I'll be like, I don't work here. I'm just existing. I'm just in my era, please.
Assimilating.
I'm just here. This is my time period. And then going to see the Dracula, doing a little Dracula tour. Ooh. Major slay. Very exciting.
Fun. I am going to Chicago next weekend for a wedding. We will not be seeing the Bean, unfortunately. I've been there before, though. But
so you've always seen the Bean.
Possibly going to a gay bar, which is very exciting.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Yeah. What else am I doing? Obviously, you're coming to visit. We're doing a bunch of stuff while you're here. We're going to the county fair. We're going to the Renaissance Fair. I'm taking you to the farmer's market. We're having a birthday party for my husband. That's like all the confirmed things. Oh, we're getting tattoos.
Yeah.
Taking you to Culver's. This is very important.
Yeah. There's some things where it's like, this is so trivial, but it's important. It's important to the law that we have built.
It was so funny when we were talking about the fair, and I was like, oh, like, I know you have fairs, but, like, I don't know what, like, your fairs are like versus like our fairs, and you were like, the only thing I know about American fairs are what I saw in Stranger Things, and I was like, no, that's like legitimately what we have.
I was like, I don't know if that's just like, I don't know if that is like, I was like, is this just exaggerated? But then I was thinking, oh no, because like in it's the same thing. I was like, oh, but that was that like, is it just like, because obviously that's a different era. I was like, oh, maybe it's not as like big. Yeah, our fairs, like, well, it depends where you go. There are like big fairs, but most fairs are like in a really small field because they're in small towns, and it's like just a little square, and it's still cute, but like, yeah, not on the same scale. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I was telling my sister about that conversation, and I was like, yeah, our fairs are just like what we see in Stranger Things. And my sister's like, except without the Russians and murder. And I was like,
That's
well, without the Russians, the other part, questionable.
you know, that, you know,
Anything could happen.
We never know. Hopefully not, but
Hopefully
I do have
not.
insurance, so I am covered. My
You have
insurance basically
insurance if
covered
you get murdered.
Basically, my insurance basically covered, like, my medical insurance would effectively cover me breaking like every bone in my body. Like, I'd have to be like crushed to be like in debt, which would be nice to not be in debt, not to be crushed. Yeah. I was like, oh,
that would be good.
I was like, maybe. I was like, I don't know why I need this much medical insurance, but sure, I guess.
Yeah,
I'll take it. So I'm protected.
What are my other summer plans? Oh, I'm going to see Noah Khan. I'm going to Moulin Rouge tour, and I get to see Hosier.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
It was so funny. I was talking to a friend about going to see Hosier, and he's like, oh, I don't really listen to his music. Like, I've heard of him, and he's headlining at Lollapalooza. And I was like, I love Hosier. I would climb that Irishman like a tree.
I wondered where that was going. I was like, hello?
He's also like 6'6", I think. Like, I think he is a full foot taller than me.
Yeah, he's a big man.
So anyway, my friend then looked him up, and he was like, not really my type. And I was like, listen to him speak, and then come back to me.
It's the
and
vibes.
He's like, okay, hold on. And he comes back, he goes, I get it now. And I'm like, yeah.
It's the aura. He has an aura about him.
Yes.
Like, there's something about him. I'm like,
I would feel safe on an elevator with him.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't say that about many people, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be a bit like...
I feel safe on an elevator with Noah Khan, too. Speaking of Noah Khan, why is he collecting Irishmen like they're Pokemon?
Why? Like, he's doing, like, he's, like, saying every collab he can do in his life, and I'm like, I respect that. But yeah, also, calm down.
He did a collab, I mean, not like an official collab, but he was on stage with Niall Horan at his tour, and I'm just like, I was like, they were golfing together.
He's just doing everything, but also nothing at the same time.
I love it.
Yeah. What else? I have no other plans. I'm just existing.
I'm gardening. I made jam yesterday.
Yeah, you did make jam. I'm jealous. I want to make jam.
We can make jam while you're here.
Jam.
You can't take it home with you, though.
No, I know. I had to fill out this really... Like I told you, I have to fill out this really scary survey of, like, are you going to take any plants? And I was like, no, I'm not trying to take anything into your country. That's not allowed. And they're like, do not smuggle anything. I'm like, I'm not. I promise.
But you are bringing me Percy pigs.
That's true. But that's allowed.
Yeah. But I'm very excited.
They're like, have you lived on a farm? Have you lived on a farm in the past 18 months? And I'm like, no.
What if you have? Can you just not come to America?
You have to, like, you have to have, like, a different shot, and I think you have to be, like, cleaned. It's something about, like, the soil and the pesticides and stuff. It's the same when you go to, like, Australia. It's like, have you been anywhere? You have to have your feet... Well, I had my shoes washed. But yeah, they're quite... I don't know. I don't think you can't not fly. I think there's just extra steps you have to take to prove that, like, you're a licensed farmer and you're not doing any, like, shady shit. But I don't know. I don't know fully why, but...
I'm going to be so stressed when I come to the UK.
I think we're not as fast. It's you guys that are fast. We don't really give a shit.
Oh. Okay. That's good to know.
Well, I think we care, like, of the things like, are you going to commit an act of terrorism?
Right,
like,
right.
Like, are you going to commit a crime? And I'm like, no, I promise I don't intend on committing a crime. I don't think it's as strict, but I think it's like, obviously, they're, because you're not part of, like, Europe, they're like, who are you?
fair.
But they don't care as much, which is nice. But also, it's sus. I'm like, ooh. Yeah. I'm like,
I have no immediate plans to come to the UK though.
Yeah, I know you don't. That's okay. That's fine.
I have tentative plans.
Yeah, it's a vision, but like it's difficult. You've got a whole fam. Like it's difficult.
Yeah,
you know, it's different.
It could be sooner though. Mooney texted me the other day and was like, "If I got proposed to, what are the chances you could be in my wedding party?" And I was like, I just would need like ample heads up, but like it's doable.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
For Mooney. And for you for coming, but for Mooney. Sorry, I was like going feral then. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting.
Gasp. But that's the funny thing. I was thinking about, not that I was like thinking about this in terms of me, but I was, because I know you'd mentioned like coming to visit and you were like, oh, it'd probably be like a couple of years. And I was like, oh yeah, like I'd probably have my own place, etc., etc. And then I was like, oh, like what other reasons would you come? And I was like, oh, I guess like if I were to like be married. And then I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, why am I thinking of this as if it's gonna happen? I'm like, I'm not even in a relationship. Who the fuck am I getting married to in the next 4 years? I was like, oh yeah, that'd be great. I was like,
I mean, listen, I'll come back. I'll come back.
But in my head, I was like really sad. I was like, oh no. I like mourned it, and I was like, why are you mourning this, you weird person?
It's like it's going to be a double surprise wedding because everyone's going to show up not even knowing you're in a relationship, and then suddenly like, this is my partner. We're getting married right now.
That's really fun. Like if I was going to hard launch, I'm hard launching on my wedding day.
Yes.
That would be so chaotic. I would never trust someone ever again if they did that to me. I feel like there's such a sense of betrayal in that. But like also I'd be like, I respect it in a really good way.
It would depend on who it is, because honestly, if our friend Catherine hard launched anything to us, that's correct. So on brand.
No, Catherine is waiting to hard launch. We had this conversation and I was like, yes, I am waiting for you to hard launch.
Yeah, I fully expect it is very into nature. Considering she was one day, she's just like, so I'm moving to France for like 6 months to be a teacher, and we were like,
hello?
Congrats.
Yeah.
Now she works at the Statue of Liberty.
I know, it's weird. She's going on tour.
She's on tour. I love her life.
I'm like jealous. I'm like, damn, gone everywhere. No, there's some people that I would like respect, but there's some people I'd be like, damn, you didn't tell me that. I'd be sad about it. I'd be like, why didn't you let me in on the secret?
Honestly, I think if you hard launched something like that, I'd be a little devastated, because I'd be like,
no, I would talk that's what I mean,
every
like,
single day.
The thing is like, there's people like, I say a hard launch, but there's people who I would tell, but it would like be the general like public, as if I'm an influencer to the general people in my life. It would be a hard launch. Because you know, you got to make it interesting. You got to keep stuff to yourself. I like to like do this thing on my Instagram stories where I'm like alluding to something that's not there, but it brings me a lot of joy to make people think I'm mysterious. I'm like, who are you fooling? But
if we ever had a second kid, I would love to hard launch a second baby.
Screamed. Well, I mean, you basically hard launched the birth.
I did. That's right.
That was it wasn't a jump scare in like a bad way, but I woke up and you were like, here's my child. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I didn't tell anybody. I mean, like, some people knew I was in labor, but like otherwise nobody knew.
Yeah. But I respect that.
Our parents knew.
I would not tell anyone either, because I don't want people to be like in my biz. I'm like, go away.
It was so funny because my mom was like, I want to know, like, as soon as you're going to the hospital, like, call me as soon as you go into labor. You're going to the hospital. And I was like, okay. So I woke up to my water breaking, and I was like, oh, it's go time. Like, we has to go. Call my mom. No answer. Like, okay. Call my mother again. No answer. I ended up calling this woman, like, probably 10 times. Sent multiple texts. Finally hear back from her, because we ended up at the hospital at like 2 a.m, and I think I finally heard from her at like 8 the next morning. So like 6 hours had passed. She's like, I'm so sorry. The one time I don't have my phone next to my bed, I left it charging in the living room, and I didn't hear it. I was like, man,
that's really funny. The one time of all the days.
Yeah. Because, like, there was once I texted her at, like, 5 in the morning, like, while I was still pregnant. But it was, like, you know, towards the end of my pregnancy. She's like, I thought you were telling me you were going into labor, because she was still asleep, but I happened to be up. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to send her this text. She's like, you are not allowed to text me before 7 a.m. anymore. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, do not. No false alarms in this household. I'm like,
Yeah. I actually brought this up to her, like, right around my daughter's first birthday. And she was like, I don't want to talk about it. It's still sensitive. I was like,
oh, that's really sad. Oh, bless.
She's like, no, I'm still so upset with myself. And I'm like, it's not that deep.
Oh, that's really sweet though. To be fair, I would feel the same. Like if I was like, oh, like let me know, kind of thing. If I was gonna be there for someone and I not missed it, but like you know there was a delay. I would genuinely be devastated in myself.
Yeah,
I'd be like, no. Yeah, but that was like the most insane thing to wake up to. I was like, hello. Because you were just like talking to me normally the day before, obviously, but like it was like really normal, and I was like, okay, like cool, good night.
Yeah,
like...
I think actually, I was messaging you like while I was in labor, and you just didn't know.
Yeah, and I didn't know because you just obviously didn't say.
Yeah, which was so. I wanted to like say something so bad. I wanted to like send a selfie of me in the hospital.
I would have
like
died. I would have genuinely died. I would have been like, I would not have been able to go to sleep. I would have been like,
yeah.
No,
but no, all of a sudden, I was like, here's my daughter, and this is her name, because we had also kept that a secret.
And I was like, no, it was crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it though. I feel like it's really, really funny because like, not like I've been with you physically, but like obviously I've been through the stages of your like the pregnancy and then like the way you announced it to me, which still is like the most surreal thing ever. Like I listened back to that episode like around her birthday and I was like, oh my god, that was so crazy.
It was.
I was like, I've been there. And I was like, oh my god, how crazy. What a weird thing. Like,
and then you're gonna meet her next month.
I know. Like, get to give her a little present.
Strawberry cow.
Oh my goodness. Wait, let me get the strawberry cow for everyone.
Okay, I want to see it.
Oh. Oh, I threw something on the floor. She is complete and she is gorgeous. Strawberry cow. Strawberry
so
cow.
Cute.
With her little tail.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
It also looks like a little raspberry. It could be a raspberry cow.
Or it's okay.
Because I didn't add seeds on. Because when I had the seeds on, it looked a bit stupid. And I was like, I'm not quite vibing with this. So I left the seeds off.
That's fair.
But it's beautiful.
It's
has
so
little
cute.
horns.
I love it.
Little patches. You can't necessarily see the patches, but
yeah,
it's there. It's beautiful. So I get to be like, here is your present. Here is your gift from this person you've never seen before. She'll be like, okay.
Honestly, my child goes feral for strawberries though. Like, and it's so weird to me because I cut the strawberries, but she knows what a strawberry looks like.
Yeah.
And like reaches for it. Cause like I went and got strawberries a bunch yesterday so I could make jam, and they were sitting on the counter and she saw them and she like, I was holding her in my arms and she like tried to like launch herself at these strawberries, like, and so I gave her one and they're like little and she just like shoved the whole thing in her mouth. She's got juice like running down her chin.
She knows, and I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, love a straub. Yum. Now I'm craving strawberries, but I don't have any.
I'm sorry. If I could give you some from my fridge. I have 2 quarts still that I need to deal with.
Imagine one day just to be able to teleport stuff over. That would be excellent, but not today.
So cool.
How convenient. Like, hi, I'm just going to send you a cup of tea. Bye.
That would be so nice, though, because, like, all the UK editions of books I want, I could just be like, here's money, please teleport them to me.
Oh, someone get on it. Even if it has to be, like, Mr. Bezos or whoever, like, do it.
Probably be Elon Musk, let's be real.
Yeah. And he'll call it, like, Y or something stupid. T for teleport. I'm like, thanks, Elon.
No, because he already has Tesla.
Oh, shit. E for export. Don't steal that. I've trademarked that. Don't steal it. You have to pay me money for that now. not for free. Give you like 10 grand and you can have it. Thanks, bye. I'm done. I have no plans. Plans over.
Yeah.
My plans were to be excited for Ace Attorney 7, but then that's not a plan either. So,
rip.
I'll just cry. And to play Stardew Valley on the Switch.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But no. Apparently.
Actually, we haven't checked Twitter today. I legitimately check his Twitter like multiple times a day.
I have his notifications on.
Oh.
Just because I'm sat.
He hasn't tweeted anything for like a month though. Is he okay?
I don't know. Hopefully.
The last thing he announced was the cookbook being available on the 14th of May.
Yeah, listen, I need that in my life like ASAP, so if someone can provide, that'd be great.
I am in a Sims mood though. I'm gonna play some Sims later. Make sure you update your game.
Oh my god, don't even. I'm like I watched someone like do a whole like explanation video and I was like, I don't have brain capacity for this nonsense right now.
What do you mean?
Like they were just talking about all the stuff that's coming out, like this like the login stuff and I was like, oh, don't even. What are EA doing?
I don't know. I updated my game. Well, technically, I mean, I think I did because I actually had to re-download it.
I need to like sort mine out, but
So I think it's updated.
Should be.
I like clicked on a bunch of stuff and there wasn't anything that said update, so I'm going with yes.
Yeah, I need to sort that as well. I don't know what I'm in the mood to play. I'm just like existing right now.
That's valid.
Which isn't very helpful. So I'm just sat and I'm crocheting. That is what I'm doing.
That's a solid vibe.
Yeah. I'm gonna get myself a little headlight. I saw this person and they had like a little light and then they had those glasses that like so you don't have to like tilt your head down, it just like looks down for you, and then they have the light and then they have the magnetic like needle watch, and I was like, that'll be me, like that's me in the future. Like me sat on the plane like ding.
I feel like those glasses would like make me motion sick.
I've worn them before. My friend has a pair and they made me feel ill, and it's really annoying because my neck is always in so much pain from me leaning down, and like I can't crochet like this, that's stupid. So
have you considered it though?
I've done it and it hurts my arms. I don't have the arm strength.
You need like a table that's like
that's true,
arm's length, so you can like
yeah. Or I just need to get.
That's how you crochet, you know.
Yeah, like this. To be fair, like sometimes I don't have to look at what I'm doing, but like if I'm doing a new pattern, I have to obviously like pay attention to what I'm doing, and I'm like, ugh. Yeah. So it's a big sad for me. Rip my neck and spine. It's like, what happened to you? What happened to you, Grandma? Oh, sorry, I just crocheted for so long that I'm just crooked now. Whoops. Your
crochet life go too hard.
It's true. My wrist keeps clicking, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like developing like arthritis in my hand from how much
carpal tunnel.
Yeah, I need to get some compression gloves, which sounds so unserious, but genuinely, I'm like concerned for myself. I'm like, I kind of need to like take precautions. I thought it was silly, and I'm like, no, I get it.
No, well, plus you work at a computer all day, so
that's true. Yeah, I need to like actually do some like I need one of those little like hand exercise ball things to like or just do this. Ding, 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 ding.
Just find a bunch of babies to wave at.
Yeah, but like, hi guys. Me at Pride. Hi guys. That's what I'm gonna do now from now on. So yeah, if you see me in public wearing
actually hurt now.
Yeah, it's not. Does that hurt? If you see me in public with my headlight, my compression gloves, and my crochet, no, you didn't. No, you did not. You did not see me. I'm mind your damn business. I'm just existing. I have no other thoughts.
Me neither. But if any of our listeners we are going to do a podcast episode together while Scar's here, like in person. If you have any ideas, thoughts, suggestions, let us know. We'd like to do something that like you could only do together in person. I did briefly think about I do have one. We could put my book nook together.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Or Legos.
Ooh.
Now, I did briefly think about stealing from Brain Leak and doing a bunch of cereal, but then I was like, that's expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you want to do like food testy things, it's like that can like rack up fast.
Yeah. Groceries these days, man.
I know. I went to go buy some milk. I was like, I'll
How
just buy a
much
cow.
was it?
Oh, the one I got because I got like, what did I even buy? I got big milk, massive milk. It was like £3.50, and I was like, ew.
What do you mean massive?
It's like 2 liters.
How many liters are in a gallon?
I have no idea. 1.8 gallons.
How many liters in a gallon? Oh, okay. 3.785 liters equals 1 gallon. So you said it was 2 liters?
Yeah, or 1.5 liters. It was mahoos.
So that's less than a gallon, and most people buy their milk by the gallon here. I buy a half gallon, personally.
You can buy in gallons
bought
here.
basically the equivalent. Because 2 liters is about a half gallon.
Yeah.
Oh no. We're back.
Oh,
Okay.
it did not like the milk conversation.
It did not.
Talk about milk.
It said white people stop talking about milk.
Yeah, everything's crazy, and I'm like, I cannot be spending this much money. And the meal deal's gone up. Disgusting. How are you charging me 50p more for a meal deal, Tesco? Outrageous.
How dare they?
Outrageous. I will not stand for this.
In June, in Pride Month, homophobic.
Yeah. I want my little wrap. And then to pay 50p more. I'm like, no, I will not.
Bastards.
So, yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Talking about some exciting things.
Which we don't know yet.
Yes, we do.
No, I know. I like people to think we're so unplanned and spontaneous. We're not. We have plans.
Oh, no. We're like spontaneous like half the time.
Yeah. I'm flexing my guns for Pride Month.
What guns?
Exactly. Well, guns are illegal here, so I'm just following the law.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Yeah, so am I. I need to go lie down.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for listening. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. To stay connected with us, then follow us on social media, which are linked in the description. I've been Emily.
And I've been Scar.
Tune in next time for the best cottagecore podcast for the cottage whores.